Alrighty guys, should be live now, and we're gonna get started in a couple minutes here. Got something to show you. Drew something on the charts that you guys might find interesting. So yeah. What's up, Ahmad? You were a huge fan. We gotta put on thunderstorm for this, always whenever it's always when the market's crashing we play thunder, and it's been crashing, and it is it's a tough market. It's a tough market. Let's see. Only 20 people in here. I think Crypto Face is live. Yeah, everybody's probably watching his short. Hope he's doing well. My shorts are doing well. Took a hit with the longs, but that's okay. 15K. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if we'll go straight there. I mean, we do have. What do you think about the 300 weekly moving average at 16? Let's actually put that on my, I got the 10-day up. I got a cool thing to show you guys in the beginning. I wrote out, kind of a nice little prediction. But yeah. Get started in about 6 seconds here. All right, let's get going. Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evanaldo here. Thank you so much, you loyal viewers, for tuning in. Right now, What I want to look at first here is, and let me know if the rainstorm is too annoying. I always like to play it when the price is crashing. But the first thing I want to talk about is this chart that a lot of people look at, and I think, it's never going to give you exactly what's going to happen in a bubble, but there are those phases, and now I feel like it's kind of, it's kind of in the denial or the panic phase right now because YouTube views are way up. We do still have that social risk that people talk about. People are still talking about Bitcoin. We want people to kind of give up, and I thought it would happen a lot sooner. I didn't think people would still be into it at 18K or 20K. I figured a lot of people would just run away after 40K, but no, people are still into it. So yeah, we have our denial here, and I think we're kind of in the denial phase, especially what I see on Twitter. Where a lot of people say, I think we're kind of in that phase, and then we get the panic phase, and that's where you come down to like Cool's numbers, the one who always posts very bearish stuff. One of my big fans always posts very bearish stuff. His numbers down at 12, 10K, that capitulation down there in a few months, and then you get the anger phase. I mean, this is essentially the bottom here. Then you get the anger phase, and I've drawn it out, and kind of on the chart. If you could read my handwriting here, this is a complacency phase, so 42 or whatever. Anxiety phase around 32 or whatever there. Denial phase around 20K. And I think, we're kind of in between denial and panic. It just depends how far you're going to go down here. You're kind of in the panic. I feel like once you lose like 16, because 16, that's a 300 weekly moving average, then you get into panic. And then after that, anger is probably at 12K. Depression, 10K or whatever. So that's a bottom for 10K. What do we have to, the data that we have, we don't have data on Bitcoin in a recession. We only have it on data in a pandemic. But, the closest that this market looks like is this 87% correction from all-time high in 2013. And he bottomed out when the money flow was starting to get into the red here. Got into the red for the first time there. So that was basically your bottom, and then this green dot. So I think the biggest thing we want to look at for, catching a bottom, finding where to, get in big, where to really get in big here, aside from, 20K. And, my main view is that, even if it goes down to 10K, numbers like 20K or 19K or 18K are not that bad, especially for a 5-year perspective. I mean, it's not going to really kill you, too much. I mean, if you're somebody who thinks it's going to 3K, I think that's where you get into failed asset territory. 3K, I don't know if you could really come back from that. But 10K, with recession, with things happening, it's doable to come back from that. 12K, that's doable. Even probably 9K is doable. 3K, 5K, because that's, what percentage downward is the 3K people are starting to talk about, percentage downward. Okay. So things do have 90% corrections to come back. It's doable probably anywhere between 7 to, probably people have been saying 7K because that's a 90% correction. Yeah. People with 7K. These are doable things to come back from once you get down to like, where's 3? Here, your previous 95%, nah, that's probably failed asset. I don't think we're going to go that low though. But, panic, anger, you get these things, and you bounce off of the previous areas. 12 to 10K is the big anger area, I would say, and then depression starts in right around 10K, maybe slightly below it, and that's your real bottom with the depression area. And this chart is what kind of cultivates it. It's, from here, it's on the 10-day, so you're not going to get the most accurate, but where we are with the money flow, approximately another 46% down, where we are right now, 46% down, around 9K. That's going with your 500 weekly moving average. And then if we want to map it out like 2014, probably here to the bottom, 58% down. Where would 58% down be from? Let's do it, I guess around here, 58% down, 7K. So I don't think you're going to go that low, but I've been saying I don't think you're going to go lower and lower the whole entire time. There is a big argument to be made on at least a nice dead cat bounce here. That's why I kind of did the denial like that, kind of see the denial. You get a dead cat bounce on the denial because people, they come in and eat up the price here. you could definitely end up back in 24. And the main thing here, unless this green dot goes away, I'm surprised it's still on here actually. This is going to confirm in 4 hours. That could mark somewhat of a bottom here, especially with once the 4 hour gets another bullish div here, and once your 15-minute comes into the green, there's some hope to come back. I mean, nothing is going to go just straight down forever. You're going to have a bounce somewhere, and this is kind of anecdotal, but we do have, I believe we have double spider lines somewhere. They're kind of, this is a big point for, so I almost saw double something. We're out of spider lines on, I know you got the double spider lines up there, but that's not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about something else. Right here, I feel like, is going to be a big point, 7.8. And then we look at, what I want to show you guys too is, let's look at our 300 weekly moving average. So we have our 300 weekly moving average, and let's turn this on here, and it coincide with this one, so 16.5K. That's a big point. I don't think you're going to lose that. Also, you see the two lines right here, they're essentially at the same place. I think this pocket between, let's zoom in a little bit, 17, mid to high 17s is huge. Taking my next profits on my shorts there. Had a few longs, we've been ended up with our longs around, our pants not doing well, long pants not doing well in the exclusive Discord, but we've been completely creaming it with the shorts, so a few losses here and there. It happens. I mean, look, these are crazy times. These are crazy times. If you guys are interested in the exclusive Discord, link in the description below. Added to the shorts, those are doing extremely well. And I follow the way I trade. The positions are much bigger when you're going with the trend, with the short trend. So that's that. And in terms of a bottom, your weekly does kind of look like a bottom here, but when you get to 2013, you haven't hit it yet. You got a few more months, so December to January, a month or two. And that would be a big point. I mean, I did it like this. I think, September, August would be the bottom, the way I've been mapping it out with the 10-day. Let's just go back to that really quick. 10-day bottom, it would be a few months like this. When you come into the red, here, you're basically almost to the bottom. You come into the red maybe a little bit after that. August, September, October, something like that. If things get really, really bad, yeah, you could drag on until January, do a position like this. You get a little choppy here finally. So we will see. We will see here. And then got that point. So after this, your 300 weekly moving average, that's big. There's definitely a lot of hope there. Maybe, just maybe, Bitcoin could start to act as gold when you bounce off of 16K, and that's a bottom. After that, you got 12K, 400 weekly moving average. That could be the real panic phase, and then anger a little bit after that, and the anger depression kind of area. Yeah, speculative, 500 weekly moving average, 10K about. So we'll see. We will see. Let's look at the chat here. Yeah. Bitcoin under 18K is it under 18K now? No, just slightly above. Did it wick down? Oh, it might have wicked down a little bit. $17.8. This is the big point. And let's add on the I got a notification there. Good. And did I have the notification on there, this one? Yep, I did. So what we're waiting for here, I mean, in terms of for a long position, trend reversal, what we're really waiting for, guys, is a money flow crossover into the green here. That would likely give us something nice. Also, hourly money flow crossover would likely give us something decent. Also, your next 4-hour bullish div would probably give us something decent. And, obviously, 3-hour, 2-hour money flow crossovers, those are always good too. So until then, we want to wait and chill in our shorts. We'll be entering panic around 8 to 12K. So if you enter panic around 8 to 12K, let's see. So, well, that's where I kind of put it a little bit. So if you enter panic there, how would, let's just look at this. If you enter panic, around 8 to 12K, then you'd bottom out. It's not that much lower, really. You kind of usually bottom out at the, where the disbelief phase was. And I remember, so if we look at this, the disbelief phase, was right around here. You know, I remember in late 2020 when I was first getting in, it was right around 9 to 10K. So that would mean we would bottom out around 9 to 10K. So you just took all of that, all of these gains away, and you're back to where we were in, you know, that accumulation phase. So that's a big possibility as well. That's a big possibility as well. That's how I would kind of interpret the chart. Something like this, maybe early next year if it follows 2014. We'll see though. You know, we'll see what happens in this, you know, this wild and crazy market. I mean, you know, the main thing too. I mean, I bought a lot at low 20s, you know, 20 to 22K. I bought a lot. Right now, I'm just stacking more cash and waiting. And you know, there will be a time for altcoins. That time ain't now, because let's look at a Bitcoin dominance. If it's not, you know, and this is that trade for charity, not doing too well. We got almost about liquidated here. What I'm hoping on though is you know, that rare, you know, kind of the denial phase, you just come back up, you pump up on, you know, Monday, Tuesday or whatever. It's possible. Things do get volatile at these areas. And, you know, if you look at the Dixie, I know Crypto Lifer was posting about this on Twitter. Come on, I gotta buy a new keyboard. You go to Best Buy right after this and get a new keyboard. My keyboard is not working well. Let's see here. The Dixie, you know, bullish div or bearish div on the Dixie, that confirmed. That'll bring it down. And then Bitcoin, bullish div on the daily. So you're getting, you know, you're getting close to a possible relief, and that relief could, you'd be surprised, guys. I mean, we saw other relief. You know, this relief came, you know, took a lot of people by surprise. I had some good longs in here. That relief over here, you know, you get these pumps, guys. You get these pumps, and they will get you. You know, the market waits for you to try to short it, and those 38% pumps, they will rock your world. You come right back up, reject off of 24K or something, and everybody thinks, you know, 17K was the bottom, 18K was the bottom. Nope, no, not yet, todavía no. But yeah, you're coming up with your VWAP here, and you're gonna get that bullish div too. You know, these bullish divs mean, look at the last. This brought us out of that mini bear market here. So it sounds like hopium, but believe me, it's not hopium. It's just normal patterns in the market where you recover a bit, 20 to 30%, then you continue downward. So that's, you know, that's the main view there. Let's see here. Bitcoin, huge confident in Bitcoin now. We have one way for many weeks. Yeah, it is tough. It's getting close to 300. I mean, yeah, I guess the movie, because everybody knew about the 200. That's why Four Amigos 14K. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. Did I draw that out, the Four Amigos to 14K? I might have. I've drawn a lot of things. 14K isn't there. There's not much at 14K though. What's at 14K, guys? Okay, right here a little bit. You got a little bit of 14, 15. Yeah, maybe it would. Yeah, okay. 14, essentially, you know, the average area of the all-time high over here. There's something there. I'm out of spider lines that low though, guys. It'd be crazy if the bottom ends up being at 16.6 or whatever. And let's look at the 300-week moving average again really quickly. Let's put this on. It coincides exactly with that point. I don't know if this is the reason. Maybe a lot of people won't think the 300 will act. Yeah, this didn't really coincide with anything. Yeah, this didn't, no spider lines, but 300 I think is going to be stronger here. 300 is definitely going to be stronger in my opinion, because look, you got your last spider line coincides with that. Like once you hit that point, you're going to have something happen. I don't know if it's going to be too much relief, but you're going to have something happen. And we could come all the way back up to here. By the time you hit that, could be in August, you know, could be in August or September. And then you get your panic after that, your anger or whatever, and you come down to 12K. So that's what we have to look at. It's a brutal bear market. Look at these great trades right here for charity. Not going too well, unfortunately, but it's okay. they're gonna have to they're gonna have to admit we're in a recession already. Anyone with half a brain could realize that there's what 99.9% chance we're in a recession essentially with the way the market is. I mean, they're gonna admit that probably before it bottoms out. I think that's gonna be admitted within weeks. I think. I mean, if anyone's that's what people think historically. When the Fed does reverse course, it does typically mark the bottom. Yeah. But peak inflation, where could we, a few months we would map that out. Really, polar out. That's interesting. Which could you elaborate a little bit? Which charts? What does he think it's coming back? What does he think? I mean, I know he said 10K to. I think he said 10K, but you'd have to please elaborate. I'd be curious to. I'll watch his stream after. It's just I didn't realize we were going on at the same time, but everybody's probably watching his. So that's all right. Oh yeah, he went on a little while ago. I'm not gonna go real long today. When reading the short-term charts, so he's very bearish on the short-term charts. You got to realize, look, I mean, the 15-minute. I'm talking about when we come into the green here, that will rally back a little bit. And I'm not saying that could be when we're all the way down here at 16K or something. I'm not saying we're not going there. I'm just saying we got to wait for that to happen, whatever that might be. And let me just set another alert on that so I just make sure I have it. I have it on already on another chart. I believe I always keep that on, but 0.0 once per bar here. Great. So probably, we're either in the denial or panic phase. Crypto Face said the panic phase. It feels like the panic phase because you just keep dropping and dropping. I feel like the denial is almost kind of here, maybe. That could be a better denial, and then we'd have a higher bottom at 12K or something. So, yeah. We're either in denial or panic. That's what we're in. We're not in capitulation yet. I don't think we're either in denial or panic. Some may argue this is capitulation. I just look at just all this time. We're already back to, where are we back to in terms of price? So we're back to essentially November of 2020. Wow. So I was in LA. I was living in LA when that was happening. So I first got into pretty big in crypto right around here, this big point. So that's the thing too. A lot of people, I feel like price always goes back to, especially if you're one of those people who got in early or something, or you got in a price where it was just so low and everybody congratulates you on getting it. It always goes back there. That's the 10K. So yeah. Yeah, on the weekly and the monthly. So weekly and there are signs of bottoming out, but they're on your 10-day you don't have those signs, and it just doesn't feel like a bottom yet. Social risk is still very high. Everybody's tuning in to get. That's the problem here. I didn't think, the main thing, I didn't think people would still be interested at 20K or 18K. I thought everybody would get afraid and just leave after this. I thought this was the real thing where people would leave. No, my views went up. Maybe it's because something's happening. It's exciting, but I thought people would get out of here, it would be completely, but no, people are still interested, which is weird. And a lot of the reasons, probably the mainstream, CNBC, all of that, talking about it constantly. But yeah, it almost does feel a little like a capitulation because you just keep coming down here. So yeah, you got these double spider lines are usually really powerful too. I mean, you probably could get a scalp out of this. You probably got a good shot at a scalp out of this. So I think that's where my next take profit is on the shorts. I might as well just show you guys, they're already so much in profit. I added these shorts I've been in for a long time, since 30K. So the next take profit for the short, it's at the line for the ETH around there. And so I doubled the positions there. So yeah, and that's the stop loss and average entry point. So Had a loser here. It's all good risk management. These are smaller trades. I've been telling you guys, kind of what I'll give you a freebie of what I do in the exclusive Discord. And I've been telling you guys what I've been thinking here. This was a trade if you weren't already short, what to do. And you obviously want to be more focused on shorts in this environment. The little longs, there's some insurance. If you have a big jump here, so that's kind of the way I've been doing it here. So, and then there's the Bitcoin miner thing here. That was, the long entries just haven't been as good, but short entries definitely a lot better. And we rode them down for a while. Alright. Okay, so you're a little bit more bullish. Some people are more bullish. I don't think we're officially. I don't know people saying it. Yeah, that's my point too. All indicators fail against Fed uncertain decision. Well, cool. No, not all of them. Not your 10-day. Your 10-day doesn't have it. There's no interest in telling us we hit a bottom yet because you're not in the red here. So your 10-day does not. But yeah, a lot of the other ones do. Your 6-day doesn't. Your 6-day is more bearish. Your 6-day definitely. I mean, you're not even close to where you were at the bottom in terms of deep money flow. I think that's where we're going to see. If we want to map out where we're going to end up, let's map out the 6-day in terms of, how much lower we would come down for our bottom here. And it's probably, 50% approximately. Where we are in money flow right now, I mean, approximately 50% from here. You're at a solid 9 to 10K. And then let's do it from 2014. Let's do it from 2014. It's probably even going to be a little bit worse. You're right here, let's say. You're right, let's say a lower area. 53%. So everything in these time frames, there are indicators pointing to another 50%. I mean, let me know. Do you think, do you think we're going to go under 9K? That's what I want to poll you guys on. Like, do you think will Bitcoin? I want to know not 10K. I want to know 9K. Will Bitcoin go under 9K? Because if you go under 10K, it could just be a wick down, not a big deal. But will Bitcoin go under 9K? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? Somebody gets liquidated, exchange will benefit. Yeah, the exchange benefits. Yeah, they get your money. Okay. So no, 67% say no. Well, we'll see how the poll goes though. Guys, smash the like button. It helps a lot. I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer. I mean, let's look at ETH. We haven't looked at ETH yet. Oof, that is just depressing. $900. This you could probably, this would probably give us a better bubble type. I mean, the way the bubble works, I mean, obviously I'm not, don't base everything off of just one chart here. But the way this works is once you start hitting, your last disbelief area is where the bottom is. So it's kind of, the disbelief was around September. There was a lot of disbelief here. So 300 to 400, this area, 6 to 300 is probably going to be your bottom on ETH, somewhere around there. And that's another, from 900. If we come down to there, it's another 60%. So if Bitcoin comes down another 50%, I could see ETH another 60% approximately. What do we have for, in terms of mapping this out? Your weekly, your weekly coming into the red here. 84%. Jeez. I don't think it's going to be that bad. That's pretty... Oh, no, we're already at this point. Okay. That's a little bit better. This would probably be... Yeah, this would be where you want to look at. 61. So, 60% down. 3 something. That's the original price I got big on, 300. And that would make sense to be the bottom, especially based on your psychology charts, 300. That's where I think you really have, and where would we be in the chart if you come down to, you're kind of in the denial. Yeah, you come down, you're in the denial phase, and then the panic phase comes shortly after. I do think you're going to get, it would make sense to get something or at least a sideways for a little bit, you know, before you get that final thing down. Because nothing just drops forever here. Equities till 2000 in this, you know, if we could get that rally up to 24K, I know it's not too likely, but if we could turn around here, get some money back in the market with the Dixie coming down, we could potentially make that $5,000 for charity. Potentially. I think, you know, how it works is the thing automatically closes me out after a certain amount of time, but yeah. This point, I feel like you want to test, but we will see, we will see. And, you know, anything, you know, once you get down to these phases, like, people probably want to know, you know, what should you be getting into at the moment? Cash is going to be big because, you know, we're all Bitcoiners. We're all people looking to catch bottoms. Cash is going to be big. You know, wait it out for a few more months and start to get in if you're not already in. I mean, I got a nice position at 20K. I'm going to wait till probably we go into the red in the 10-day to really put any more in but if I didn't have any in, I would be putting some in, you know what I mean? I put what I want to put in at 20K, and I don't think that's a big deal. If you're going to 9 or 10K, that's only 50% down. For crypto, that's not too bad. Then 12K, you know, these places, depends on how the indicators look too. You know, your 10-day, that coming into the red, that's when you probably want to get in, really, when it goes, yeah, this one was a little different, so that would be the outcome to bottom out in January, which bear markets do last, you know, some more time. You could really go into a bad recession here, and you bottom out with January. And we could look at the SPY here. Let's look at the SPY. You know, what's that telling us? You know, that's obviously, you know, very bearish as well. And your weekly is coming into the red here. Your weekly wants to come into the red. You know, we could compare. It's probably going to come at least, you know, into this deep in the red, like this one. That's a few months. You're probably going to see a bottom in August, September at the earliest, or at least a local bottom. But then a real bottom, you know, if you come deep into this, it could take some time. It could be, you know, early next year, early 2023, where you finally bottom out there. And where would that be in terms of percentages? I don't know if it would be double this, but yeah, in a real bad recession, you would probably go down 50% or something. You know, it would. I don't think you're going to go down to pandemic lows, but you come down usually, you know, 4 years back in time would make sense to these areas, 275 or something. That's like bad recession numbers. So it seems like we're going to be coming up to some generational opportunities. So you want cash. You definitely want cash. And, you know, even if you can't catch the exact bottom and you get an after, that's okay too. Because, you know, as long as you're not getting in at the top here. I mean, when you're down 25% for the S&P 500, that's still not the worst thing. But now we're in a recession, so it's different. That means we're going to go down farther. Let's see. So 17 viewers, 4 likes. Let's see. Yeah, thanks so much, Gorilla Crypto. Evan Swaldo coin. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of those coins are kind of scammy. I mean, you know, it's... Yeah. How's the Dixie on the weekly? We can look at that. Let's see. It seems that makes sense to me. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Yeah, you've been right, bro. You've been right. The thing is, when somebody's right a lot, then look at Plan B. You know what happens when you're right consistently. You're due to be wrong. You know, you cool would be a multi-billionaire if he was always right. He'd be on his yacht. He wouldn't be watching Evan Aldo. He'd be on CNBC. He'd be like Carl from the moon. You know, he's going to McDonald's in his Bugatti. That's what he's going to be doing. But yeah, he's always right. Crow we could look at. That's probably the same for projections and everything else. What about Tether collapsing soon? That's hard to predict. That could be the next thing to collapse. That's going to send things down a lot more. In terms of, this is what we should talk about too, you know, just in terms of what happened with Celsius. Let's look at I just want to do a quick look at sell token because, you know, you do have the liquidation. People are talking about at 16K. We're at 40, you know, it's a good sign that you're not at zero. That's what I will say with this. That is volatile. Wow, up to 3. That's insane. It's a good sign that you're not at zero. I don't know what's going to happen with Celsius. There may be a chance it's okay, and you know they open the gates and everybody gets their money back, and that's it. I don't know though. What I will say is their reward rates weren't anything too impossible. They weren't anything too crazy. Although the 10% a year on some stuff, that's where it gets sketchy. The safest ones, I think, you know, are the ones with the lowest interest rates. Gemini is probably the most conservative one and probably will be the safest custodial wallet to earn interest on, to earn passive income because the rates are so low. The second best one, crypto.com, probably rates are pretty low. You know, they're big enough. I just don't see something like that going down. And then after that, pick your poison, probably Kraken or BlockFi. And you know, Binance, I don't think you can even earn yield on it in the U.S. But you don't want, like, I had probably between 6 to 10 grand worth of like Polygon and Avalanche on Celsius, and you know, it's for somebody like me, you know, that's nothing really. It's not a big deal. I'm not that salty, and I had all my stuff on a bunch of different exchanges, and the stuff that I was earning, you know, interest on, it was really my altcoin, you know, mainly altcoins. I'm not earning really any Bitcoin, earning a little bit on like FEMIX, you know, or KuCoin, I think a little bit of my Bitcoin, but nothing significant. Like I have the majority of my Bitcoin on a hardware wallet, but you know, it's a lot of the altcoins, which are very risky in this environment anyway. And I would think if they succeed, if the altcoins end up succeeding, the exchanges paying interest will exceed. So I had it divvied out between a bunch of these different exchanges, Celsius being one of them, with a lot of my altcoins, which is 20% of my portfolio essentially, with all these exchanges. So between 5, so it's really only, I lost maybe 3, 4 per, not even less, because Celsius was sketchy anyway. I was taking, you know, there were a lot of rumors there. You know, there's always something seen. So it was far less. It was probably even less than 1% of my, you know, total crypto holdings on, you know, on Celsius. Way now I'm thinking about it, you know, it was very, very minuscule. So that's kind of the way you want to be, and yeah, that's what I was saying here. If Tether collapses, I don't know. I feel like that one, you know, everybody said for the longest time it will collapse. So that could be a while. We'll see though. Thoughts about going short right now? That's a good question. So, you know, the thing with the shorts is like when people start to kind of get to the point where it's all over, that's when it kind of comes back up. It's hard to trade on the weekends. I think you're most likely going to come down to this point before you get to this point. So if you wanted to try to short right now, you know, something like this would probably kind of, I mean, what kind of, that's not a good risk reward ratio, but you could try to, I mean, is there a lot, you could try to do something like this maybe. That's a decent risk reward ratio. You know, you're betting that we don't go above 18.5, but we could easily pump right up to there. So I don't know if I'd be entering a fresh short at the moment. I'm not seeing like enough, you know, indication confirmed your yellow X there. You probably would want to enter on one of these yellow X's, you know what I mean? You get a yellow X on the 10. That's already confirmed. I feel like it's a little late at the moment, but and you got this about to confirm. Maybe when this goes away, that's the thing. I feel like you're missing the boat a little bit. You know, I feel like you're going to get something, some type of thing, whether it's here or whether, you know, it's now or whatever. I mean, nothing goes down in a straight line. I mean, after, even like on the record books, I mean, I was just testing like capitulations and dumps. I mean, okay, so you have, I mean, from a dump just straight, like, this one was 49. That's usually the biggest, but thing here right now to there. You're at 41. We don't have the leverage we had in the market at that point. I don't know if you could come down just 50% like that. Obviously, anything could happen, but I don't know if you will. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if... I feel like this point has to kind of give you something here. I mean, even if it's at... Yeah, I mean, we're already... Let's see, 18.2. You're hitting major areas. So, I don't know. But what I do think is... What I do think is this point is very big. Can we get BNB below 50? Thoughts about CF going short right now? Sure. I mean, I'm short right now. It's not like a, you know, fresh trade, but I added to my position and just set the stop loss to new entry point. If I were to go, I mean, that's almost like... he's a better, obviously more experienced with this. He created the indicator. He knows more than I know. Like, don't listen to me. Listen to him. Yeah, I mean, so I think you're probably going to win that short. It's just, can you easily just wick back up to here real quick and then come down? I think if you're going to be shorting, you better lock in your profits here. You better lock in your profits at this point. That's what I will say. Shib trillionaire. Let's see, Crow. Yeah, we gotta look at a few of the alts. I mean, my opinion on them is basically the same. Oh wow, this is. Ooh, oh baby. Ooh, yeah, you're hit. That's the thing too. Why we could have a little bit of relief too, because you're hitting such like major. You know, you're down 90%. That's a major area right here. It would make like 100% concrete, amazing sense to pump up. I mean, it would be shorter than that, but just pump up, you know, in the next month, next few weeks to back to 16 cents. You know what I mean? It would make people will buy this crap up. You know what I mean? And then you have your eventual bottom here, your capitulation in a few months here at 6 cents. So long term for Crow, yeah, if you believe in it, not the worst time, but yeah, I'd wait till at least you get into the weekly on the in the red here, though. I would say down 90%. I mean, what would, you know, for all coins, what would this area be right here? 93%. I could definitely see that. There's probably more data though. Like, I think did it come out earlier in this? How could that be right? Randomly in July 2020, I don't think it really went up that high. Let's see what other. Yeah, even less data. Oh, here we go. There's more data. You'd either be your 5 cents, 6 or 7, or this area, one of these two, or 4 or 5 or 6 cents. But yeah. Thank you so much, Crypto Scalper. Well, the thing is, what I want to ask about that is Cardano on the last bear market went down 98%. Did a lot of altcoins go down 99% and then come back? I feel like the ones that stood the test are still around when only done like 95 or 98%. I would have to look at that. Some of them will go to 0, and I feel like when you go down 99%, that's where you start to flirt with 0. Let's see. BNB, yeah, let's look at BNB. It's Bybit. Let's see if we can find more data. I know everybody, Mitch Ray was talking about this, I think, too. Like, yeah. In terms of these technicals, yes. And I feel like it's kind of overdue to really crash down to... Ooh, yeah. You might have some hope at an earlier area. You know, maybe $100. Because it's a psychological area. But yeah, that's the scary part is that, you know, we're only down 70% too. I mean, if you come down, yeah, it makes sense to around 50. It definitely makes sense. That's what I will say. Maybe just a delayed area. I don't. This one's weird how it's held up so well. I think it's even. Has it held up better than? It's held up essentially the same as Bitcoin. That's weird. I don't know. That is weird. How's this doing? Yeah, finally, like I said, you're finally coming down here. A little bounce, but you're finally. Yeah, you're probably going to come down to 3 cents, I think, at least. What do you guys think? So, will Bitcoin go under 9K? No. 61% say no, so I think I agree with you guys. I don't think we're going that low, but yeah. 46 likes. So let's see. Oh, wow. Something's happening. I feel like you kind of get into capitulation territory if you come down to 16K right away here. Which shorten cycle theory? Crypto face is probably up a lot here, yeah. It's everything that's been happening too. It's, I'll give you, a few different scenarios. Everything that's been happening has been the worst case scenario. Every time, it's been like the worst case scenario, the way I've been saying, like in terms of the way I've been trying, I give you the, multiple, it's always the worst case scenario, which is crazy. 18K. I mean, how much more is it? Yeah, it's probably like 40% down to 10K. Yeah, for DOT, yeah. Looking at how the market looks. So, let's say Bitcoin goes down, let's say Bitcoin goes down another 50%. Well, not 50, 45, 50% down to 10K. A lot of alts, ETH goes down like 55%. A lot of alts go down another 60%. Yeah, you're right at 58, 3 dot. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. In terms of the chart, where we would bottom out, your psychology chart, you'd have a bottom around 5, this somewhere in this area. I mean, what would just say we come down another, yeah, I mean, 55, $3, 55%. I don't know if you'd go down that low, though, because you have so much support here. We'll see, though. I mean, what are we down from? 87. If we go down 99, yeah, 99%, man, I don't think 58 cents. I think it's dead asset at that point. But 91 or 94, doable. Can you name, cool, please name me an altcoin that I want to look at it that went down 99% in last bear market and came back to new all-time highs after. I don't know if there's anything that went down that much. I know Cardano was 98, but not 99. Matic, yeah, we'll look at Matic. Oh man. Let's see if there's more data. Yeah, a little bit more data. So here, 19, 14. I got in this big at 14, so if we all go back to that time period, early 2021, late 2020, between 10 to 15 cents probably, and if you go down another 50% or whatever, 55, 16 cents, yeah. But we confirmed a bullish div on the daily here, so you may have a little bit of relief in the next 10, 12 days. Maybe after we get to this point. Filecoin. I just looked at TRX. It doesn't look good. It looks like everything else. No bueno. I wonder if we could get down, yeah, I wonder if we could get down to 17 on this stream. Panic, capitulation. We're either in denial or panic now, I think. Capitulation, it feels like it because you just keep going down, but yeah. Maybe this was 20, then to 22, and then now is panic. And now, the way this works, you would be getting close to the bottom pretty soon, and I think you have a few more months, but yeah, if it looks like that, then you're close. You know, if you bounce off at 12K or something, then get to 10K in a few months, we'll see, though. Either way, you know, any price like that, 10K, 12K, you know, I don't really see it going to 3K and coming back. I see it going maybe to 7K and coming back. 3K, I don't see that. I really don't see that. For ELXs again on the hourly, it probably doesn't mean too much, but you're getting close to some sell exhaustion here, probably off of this point, because you're gonna get that pump, that little pump, and that pump that pump is gonna that punch or that pump is gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you hard. So be careful. Be careful with that pump. Yeah, ETH. I looked at ETH Bitcoin yesterday. Let's look at it again. I mean, I think Bitcoin will continue to outperform it. Just based on this weekly coming down, I think you're going to get down to where we were in probably 2019. You know, that's why you should hold off. You know, until approximately 6 months after the bottom. You know, it could be early to mid 2023 when the next time to really stack up on ETH is. It's Bitcoin maxi season right now. So yeah. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. It should be pumping up a bit. It should be pumping up a bit. No, that's the wrong. Oh yeah. What? That's crazy how it's still going. What are people... Altcoins are not holding up, are they? I haven't even... That's holding up better than you did. Whoa, there's some... That is crazy. This is almost like the argument. The fact that this is holding up... That's interesting. And that's kind of unexpected. It's almost kind of a fluke in the... Maybe because a lot of this is staked. I don't know. How's DOT holding up? Or how's Atom holding up? You know, project I like. Project I really like. How's that holding up? Okay, this is just bleeding. So, yeah, it's probably the staking stuff with Cardano. I think it'll eventually bleed some more too. But yeah. Atom. Okay. I was in this at $5. We're almost back there now. Yeah, to come back to 3 or something like that. If you come down another 50% from here, from 6, 2 or 3, yeah. I mean, the way I drew it out like this, yeah. This almost looks on that chart like, you know, it looks like you're getting close to that, you know, anger or, you know, frustration all the way down phase, but we'll see. Are they saying when you buy at 20K you're stupid? I don't know. Are they saying that, Lewis? I want to know. Because I feel like, I mean, crypto Twitter is still... yeah, what's interesting, BitBoy is bearish. He has a long position on probably negative, on probably the lowest leverage with a liquidation at 250K. Why is Solana not coming down? Maybe people can't sell it because their network sucks. Maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't know if we're at that point yet where you're getting called stupid to buy it at these levels. We may get liquidated in this pretty soon. I don't know if we have enough for this trade. I don't know if we have enough. I don't know if we have enough to keep us. You know, if we bounce off of 17.9 should be okay, but that would be the craziest comeback ever. That usually never works where you're trying to catch falling knives or you try to leave your trades in. I just did it for charity because I don't care, you know, it's for charity, but you know, it's my chart won't go. Usually that catching falling knife with low leverage, trying to, you know, watch the trade go up all the way, that usually never works. Another yellow X in the 10-minute here. Let's see, are we getting close to, we're getting awfully close to this area. Can you capitulate to 12K here? I think 16K is gonna give us something. You know, that last spider line down here is gonna give us something. So nothing goes down forever. Nothing goes down forever. Yellow X is gone now. So yeah, now it's back. Or am I thinking it will fall to or around? UNG? Is that a stock? I don't even... Oh, yeah. So you're hitting, you know... thing with oil right now is, like, you're hitting that point, you know, 23. Did come down a bit. Your weekly don't look good. Your weekly looks very toppy. You know, bearish divs and money flow coming out. That doesn't look good. This doesn't look, you know, I think probably gold is the move for, if you're trying to get into commodities. I think gold is the move right now. I think gold will be the next thing to pump. Yeah, this coming down. I don't know if I would be going in right now. Maybe you do get a pump up, you know, but I think you're, at this point, you're just buying from the people who bought this at, you know, back here, you know, 2020 after the election or whatever. People like CryptoFace were buying back here. So you're getting some crumbs if that. I like this one a little bit better, but this one's probably looking bad too now. Yeah, that weekly. I don't like that weekly. Money flow coming out while you're getting that bearish div, while you're hitting that big point. I don't know. Kramer's going long on oil now. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is I think your buddy gold nobody's really talking about, and it's, you know, it's high, close to all-time highs, but it's not that high. I think your buddy gold, you know, this could be a time to buy, and then, you know, a few months, then you get that pump. So we'll see. We'll see here. And gold will pump after, you know, when the market, if the market continues to come down, gold will get that pump. It almost always does, especially in an inflationary area. So gold could be the move, you know. You got some Pax Gold on crypto.com. Could be the move, although there's a lot of nervousness about those. So, you know, be careful with that, or just buy the index fund. I actually bought a little bit of gold the other day. Metaverse coins, I think they're getting wrecked. They'll continue to get wrecked. Lowest, we've been to farm, the lowest farm, 300 weekly. If you're betting that there's going to be some type of relief there, that's a good bet. If you're betting that's the bottom, I don't know, man. Anybody trying to call the bottom always gets wrecked. It would be a nice scalp, though. It'd be a very, very highly probable scalp. These RSIs are just so low on the daily here. What were they? Yeah, same level as the bottom there. It doesn't look like a bottom to me, just because how this, you know, the 6-day and the 10-day, but, and based on the Fed, you know, but we'll see. Solana is not coming down. Let's take a look at Solana. No, it's coming down a bit, man. Solana, man, oof. Another 50 to 55 from here. $12. Yeah, you got a lot of 12. $12, $10, $10 to $15, yeah. Yep. But you're down a lot from your all-time high. Down 90%, so yeah. It's a little bit, like the percentage, I'd say it's like 80% long term, 70% long term, and a bit more. I do have a lot of cash right now, a bit more, 10 to 20% of the trading accounts. So yeah. We're hitting a, maybe on my Coinbase, no, the Coinbase, I don't know why it's giving me a notification so late. Maybe I set that one wrong. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all we have to look about today. Market not looking too bueno. I do think you could get a relief rally, you know, off of either, you know, where is it? Off either this spiral line or this spiral line. I mean, I don't think you're just going to go straight to 12K, but could be wrong. You're going to get a relief at some point, and it is known to have 20 to 30% relief rallies when you're crashing. So that's what happens. We will see. I will be back sooner. I'll be back soon, guys. Dogecoin. I'll be back soon, guys. Dogecoin, I think you're going down 3 cents probably. 2 or 3 cents. I knew somebody, it's always the people who get in really early where they bought it at, it always goes back there. So I know somebody who bought it at 3 cents. It's probably going to 2 or 3 cents. Shout out to Akul. He's been right about a lot of stuff. He's really big supporter, so thank you so much, Akul. He's been killing it too with his projections. That means he's going to be wrong soon though. So majority think Bitcoin's not going under 9K. So guys, check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. It's on my exclusive TA. We've done some really good shorts in there. To be completely transparent with you, we've had a couple longs get completely blown out. You know, it's part of the game. You know, I tell you, I always, you know, risk more on the trades when we're going in the direction of the market, and I you know, risk less in the weekends as well. So that's one thing. But we've had some really good trades in there. A lot of people have really liked it. You know, I'm not going to be right 100% of the time. You know, nobody is. I'd be a billionaire pretty quickly if I was. So yeah, check that out. If you want to take my trading course, link in the description below as well. Doing a discount code right now. It's going to teach you technical analysis, how I place my trades, trading psychology, risk management, everything you need to know, you know, to do this, how to use the exchanges as well, spider lines, fib levels, everything theoretically you need to know to trade like me. So check that out. Link in the description below. A lot of people have really liked it. BITGET Phoenix, there's some good promos going on right now, so check those out below as well if you want to get trading. If you want to FOMO into a short position right now and get blown out, no, I'm just kidding. If you want to do some trades, you know, it's the same promo that every YouTuber gives you, so check it out. If you want to support the channel, link in the description below. And if you want to get Market Cipher, link in the description below with discount code. And if you want to do a one-on-one session with me, link in the description below as well. All right, guys, I'm going. Goodbye.